It started as a normal Saturday night. A friend had thrown a casual party at their apartment downtown. Nothing fancy, just a few co-workers, neighbors, and friends, people I thought I could trust to enjoy a relaxed evening. My wife, Emily, had insisted I come. "It'll be fun," she said. "Relax, don't think too much about work." I didn't know that night would change everything. We arrived together, holding hands, or at least I thought we were. She smiled, laughed, greeted people warmly. I tried to keep my own nerves at bay. I liked social gatherings, but something about this one felt different. I noticed it first when she slipped away to talk to one of her friends in the corner. They were whispering, leaning close, giggling. I didn't think much of it initially. Friends whispering isn't unusual. Then I heard her words. "I'm so sick of married life," she said, laughing lightly. The laughter in her voice stung. Not because it was loud, but because it was casual, carefree. The kind of laughter someone uses to make a confession sound like a joke. I froze. My heart stopped. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. She didn't know I was standing right behind her. I watched as her friend nodded, clearly amused, maybe even encouraging. "Yeah? What do you mean?" the friend asked, smiling. Emily rolled her eyes, tossing her hair back, and leaned in conspiratorially. "It's just, I don't know. Sometimes I feel trapped. Stuck. Married life. It's boring. Routine. I need excitement." Excitement. That word hit me like a hammer. I stepped back, trying to process what I had just heard. Married life. Routine. Trapped. Those words weren't complaints about chores or stress. They were a confession about her dissatisfaction with me, with us, with the life we had built together. I didn't confront her right then. I couldn't. I walked toward the balcony instead, letting the cool night air wash over me, trying to calm the rising storm inside. I needed to think, to breathe, to figure out if I had imagined what I heard. But deep down, I knew. I knew the tone, the words, the laughter. It wasn't joking. It was true. I spent the next hour at the balcony, watching the city lights, trying to make sense of it. Every laugh I heard from inside reminded me of what I had just witnessed. Every time she brushed past me with that casual smile, it was like salt on a wound I hadn't fully opened yet. Finally, I walked back in. I approached her quietly, taking her hand gently. "Can we talk?" I asked softly. She looked at me, a flicker of worry crossing her face. "About what?" "About what I just heard," I said, my voice calm but firm. "I overheard what you told your friend." Her eyes widened, and she opened her mouth to speak, but no words came out. "I need honesty," I continued. "Not excuses, not jokes, not laughter to cover up your words. I need the truth. Are you unhappy with me? With our life?" She swallowed hard, her hands fidgeting with the hem of her dress. I don't know what to say," she whispered. "That's not an answer," I said, stepping closer. "You just told someone you're sick of married life. That's a truth. And now I need to know. Are you committed to us, or are you looking for something else?" Tears welled in her eyes. She looked down, silent, unable to meet my gaze. That silence said more than words ever could. I felt a mixture of emotions: hurt, anger, disbelief, but also clarity. I realized that whatever she was searching for, whatever dissatisfaction she felt, it wasn't something I could fix just by trying harder or being more attentive. This was deeper. This was about choices, about loyalty, about respect. "I can't ignore this," I said quietly. "I can't pretend I didn't hear it. And I can't stay in a marriage where one person is already checked out emotionally. Not when I'm standing here, fully present, fully committed." She reached for me, her hands trembling. "Please, don't overreact. I didn't mean it like that. I love you." But I shook my head. Love doesn't erase words, Emily. Love doesn't erase confession. You can't say one thing to your friend and expect me to pretend it didn't happen." The room felt heavier. Guests moved around, oblivious to the tension building between us. I could see her panic, the realization that I wasn't going to brush it off, that I wasn't going to let her laughter and casual words slide. "I need time," I said finally, stepping back. "Time to think. Time to decide if this is something we can rebuild, or if this is the end." Her face paled. "Time? What do you mean?" "I mean," I said slowly, deliberately, "that you've shown me who you are tonight. Not just with words, but with attitude, with laughter, with your lack of consideration for me. I need to figure out if I can trust you again, or if I need to walk away to protect myself." The rest of the evening passed in a blur. I kept my distance, talked to a few friends, pretended to enjoy myself, but my mind was elsewhere. The words she had spoken, the ones about being sick of married life, replayed in my head over and over. By the time we left, I had made a decision. Not a final one, not yet, but a necessary one. I couldn't ignore what I had heard. I couldn't pretend it didn't matter. And I couldn't stay in a marriage where my presence, my commitment, and my love were treated as routine, boring, or expendable. Weeks later, we had a long, honest conversation. It didn't end with shouting, begging, or threats. It ended with truth. I realized she had already emotionally checked out, and I realized that sometimes hearing the words out loud, like I did that night, gives you the clarity you need to act. Sometimes betrayal isn't overt. Sometimes it's just laughter, whispered words, and a casual confession at a party that tells you everything. That night, Emily told a friend she was sick of married life. And in that moment, I saw the truth. I didn't respond with anger. I responded with awareness. And awareness, I realized, is the first step toward reclaiming your life.